What is going up, guys? This is the Flamespot here, and we are back with a brand new LEGO mock video. And this time, it's a LEGO mock that I haven't done in a long time, and it is LEGO Star Wars. Now, let's get to it. Now, this is a battle on a clone base on the planet Erida. Erida is not a popular planet, however, it did have a small force of clones that were commonly regulated, and when the Separatists found out, they sent an attacking force. Now, let's get down to the battle. Now, as you can see, there is a lake in the center, and also there's a mountain as the key features and geographics in this battle. Erida is more of a jungle planet, and it has a lot of vegetation in its area, along with a few interesting other plants that you might not see, such as like these little tentacle things that you might see in like Felucia. It's very similar, however not as dense. Now let's get on to the battle. So you can see that the droids are storming the beach technically and trying to climb up the tower. They somewhat caught the clones off guard, and so this is why they're able to get this far in their position. However, you obviously had to be spotted at some point whenever you have an NR9 Separatist tank right there. So yeah, let's get on to the battlefield. You can see that there are quite a few droids that have went into the water. Now from the Battle of Kashyyyk, you can see that droids do go in water, so don't try to kill me in the comments that say droids will just get electrocuted in water. No, doesn't happen. So yep, there's some droids that got shot, and then there's just random legs and arms and stuff floating in the water, just old droid pieces that have been shot already. We have some steps, and overall it's just carnage more or less on the battlefield. You can see the dense foliage and plants. There's some animals in there as well, along with little 1x1 studs. Those are just supposed to represent different plants and cool, just little different creatures that might be like living plants. As you can see in the center, there's a palm tree, and if I turn the mock around, arms in the way. If I turn the mock around, it's much of the same on the other side. This is just a completely forest-dense population planet. Here's a good shot from the droid's attacking point of view, where you see they're looking upon the mountain, clones firing back upon them. Scattered in this mock, there's a few super battle droids as well. They're not just regular droid troopers. So on the other side, it's much of the same thing. There's another stab. You just see the other side. Basically the same. There's all the water. However, as you can see over here, and yes, you saw a bit of the inside of the base. This inside the mountain, there is a little bit of a clone base. Sorry for the shaking. However, the main way, this is supposed to actually be a secret Republic base. And there's not supposed to be many entrances or exits. So this is why you can see these little grates right here. Those are like the only ways that you can get out and in. However, there's more of those grates all along the planet. I'm just finishing circling this around, so you have a full view of the other side. There's more of these grates everywhere. These are supposed to just be like little pop-up foxholes you make. So, the clones could pop out of these little foxhole grates, and they could easily just surprise enemies in case of attack. So that's what they're doing. We have a guy on a minigun, along with another just great basic trooper. And so after they are done with their surprise attack, or if they just get found out already, then they can actually go back inside of the little grate, back into the base, and what they will do, they will actually blow up this little gray area so no one can get through it. No one could find a way in. So that's basically for safety and just for surprise reasons. As you can see, since they're trying to make it a little secretive, there's a little slope back here, and behind it there is a tripwire hook, which, no, this clone did not trip on the tripwire hook. He just got shot. He was supposed to actually be on guard, which is why I say that they caught the clones off by surprise. He was the clone on guard, he got shot first. However, back to the tripwire hook, you can see this little, just a little, to me, it looks like a detonation device, so whenever a droid goes along there and it explodes, just had to detail up the beach a little bit more, looking a little plain without that, so I decided to add that. So basically that's more or less the droid side of the battlefield. Water, droids advancing, droids dying, and cool foliage. Now let's get on to the clone side. Now we're just going to look at the mountain first. There's little gems and studs and just minerals that are actually poking out of the mountain. You see red, blue. I think there might have been a green somewhere. However, this is just supposed to show that this planet is just full of color. That's what I wanted to mainly get out of this planet. There's a lot of colorful plants and minerals and basically things that just make this whole entire planet a beautiful planet, actually. So let's get back to the mock on top. I have some Kashyyyk troopers along with some, I actually put in clone commandos because, well, they're not really commandos, but they're just from that one battle pack that said they were like a sergeant or something. But just because they wore green armor, and I wanted to make the clones on this planet that wear green armor, or I decided red as well. Just because I had quite a few of each of those and they seem to blend together. So yes, of course I'm not using all my troopers, my clones. So yes, that's mainly going to be the demography of the clones. There's also just some regular clones, type 1 armor as well. So you can see there's a lot of foliage up here, just like there was on the beach side. However, there are a few trees. It's not much. There's a few little barriers blocked away. You can also see that there is a little bunker hideout on this cliff side of the mountain, so there's just a little place for clones to sit. And as you might have noticed, there's actually 2 turrets that are set up along on top of the cliff, and these of course actually work, and they're being controlled inside by one of the clones. There are control panels inside that I will show you later. You can see there's a Kashyyyk sniper, more or less. Not really a sniper, but just he has a rifle. And that's more or less all it for the top. There's another grate to get up and down, and you will see that in a second when we look at the inside of the base. See you there.
Now the inside of the base actually isn't that much to look at. There's only a few things in here, however it is the inside of the base. So, as you can see, there's a little target area with a bunch of crates. Some of them have detonators in it to blow up the different crates that are located throughout the map. There's binoculars and just different supply crates that just basically resemble the clones, like spying equipment and just extra supplies. That's just a simple target in the background just to shoot droids with, and also have a weapons rack, of course, because what base does not have a weapons rack? You can see in the background there's actually another trooper, and he's actually leaning out. I forgot to show you this on the front, so I'll do that right now. But he's leaning out on the front of the mountain. Just have to go past the light. And so you can see that there's actually a little hole right there, and you might be able to see the gun sticking out. Well, there's a gun sticking out. So yes, there's also little areas inside of the mountain that you can actually shoot out of. And you can also see that there is a flame trooper, a flamethrower of course. He's actually also going to that hole to see if there's going to be any droids that are foolish enough to wander close so he can completely light them aflame. That's mainly it for the main thing. There's just another clone running to a battle station, and the only thing left is the command center. And it's not even much of a command center. I actually just got a clone commander from that one battle pack as well. Although he does look really cool, and also the reason why I have the red clone troopers in here is because he's also more or less the leader of them. So yep, he has a little planning table. He's on a hologram, talking with other people about backup, because this is just a small fort. And actually, I just noticed this, but take a look at the battlefield from the clone. Oops, that's my finger. Take a look at the battlefield from the clone side. It looks pretty daunting. Show you a good picture right there. Boom. So, sorry, I got distracted there. Let's go back with the inside. So there's just some more supports, another weapons rack, and you could actually see the two clones that are commanding the turrets. There's just a couple of command things back there. Don't mind the Death Star sticker on one of them. Trust me, that was a turret sticker, not Death Star. So, yep, that's basically it for the inside. Like I said, there's not much. Just a small command center and a training area, along with supplies, and that's mainly it for this mock. Now I'm going to do another view. Sorry, this is getting a little shaky. But I'm going to do another view. And yes, you did see, I was resting my phone on a magic card deck. So I'm just going to give you a whole top view, change the light a bit, of this mock. Here we go. So from left to right, a little light intense on this side. And from up down. Actually, I'll show you another view from each side of the battlefield. Sorry, this isn't that planned out. So this is from the Separatist side. And as I just showed you, this is from the clone side. Alright, so this is actually going to be wrapping up my video on the attack on Erida. So if you guys want some more LEGO videos, just make sure to comment. Please tell me what you guys want. If you want a more city-based battle, tell me. If you want more of these jungle-based or like an ambush or something, I would be happy to actually make these things. It took me a long time to actually build this. To be honest, I started this build around last year, and I just now finished it just because I've just been working on it piece by piece, small part by small part. And so I am actually trying to increase my amount of videos coming out. As you know, I'm going back to hopefully 2 a week, maybe 1 a week. Actually, no, 1 a week, unless that something good happens and I'll go back to 2 a week. However, if you guys want to see more of these videos, just please make sure to comment and tell me what you guys want. Now, this is the Flame Spot, signing out.